Hi everybody. So this is my submission for the Civic Sustainability IQ platform that I had uh, put as a challenge on the Agents League hackathon. So this is where it starts off with. So this is the website that I'm showing you. This is a national development plan by Irish government here, and as you can see, it's a very long document of like 184 pages as noted here. And it lists out the plans on various sectors. I am more so focused about the retrofit sector here because we have local authorities in Ireland, and there are many local authorities and they have got their own targets, and those local authorities may have their own electoral districts. So what I wanted to show here is I have built an agent in Fabric, but even before I start off, I'll tell you so what the whole idea of this project was to have a platform which can show the users of what they are currently doing and what they need to do, and basically it's like a time saver for them, so they don't need to sprawl all those 184 pages and also look at the data and also see what kind where they are and how they where they want to reach. And just to start, even before I start off here, so what happens, we have an BER data, an open data set. So if I were to say BER data SEAI, they publish BER the data here. It's a national register. If you have if you know MPRN, you can go and search here. Whereas if I were to say BER, so there's a BER research data set which is on the data.gov.ie. I have already downloaded it here. It's in my folder. So what it gives you is this BER public search, and if I were to open this, it says here to open, there are some steps to be done here to open it in Excel file, but it's like a very big file up in millions. So as you can see, it's like a 1.649 GB here. So this obviously wouldn't be able to open everything in Excel here. Again, I'll just show you the where I downloaded it from. So if I were to say be a public search here, this gives me the very first or the second link here. This is where you get the data from. Now for a politician, it's really difficult, I would say, to look at multiple places and see what data they need and what they want to do with those data and how to make sense out of it. That's why we have this build this platform in here. In my I have gone through the Medellin architecture, and we have got the bronze, silver, and gold. And as the norm supply, I have done all those cleanings in those. You would be able to see in my GitHub profile. I'll directly jump onto this agent first in here to show you what this agent does, and then how this is integrated in Foundry to further elaborate on this. So this is a Civic Sustain IQ agent. This is now grounded in the data which we have integrated in this project. So what I also took the deprivation index and the other open data sets we have, and basically I gave it the instructions to base my questions based on the data, and it can run the queries for me, so I don't need to know what a SQL query is. And as you can see, I have already run few of the queries already. And what I wanted to see, like which ADs have a good and a bad COE for pre and post 2000 homes. It gives me this bit of data here that post 2000, these are the homes which have a very lowest CO2. So I know like oh, I don't need to upgrade these ones. Whereas the ones which have an highest CO2, those are this EDs within this counties. So I know like these are the homes which I need to focus on. Now this is only talking on the data level here. And again, I have run through few of the also scenarios. As you can see, I was failing in some of the times, but then I kept on improving my instructions for the agent. And now based on all the instructions that I gave to the agent, it was able to fetch that bit for me. So it gave me like which ED in which county and what's the average CO2 in those. Now, as I said, like this is only looking at the data, it's not looking elsewhere. So what I did, I built a text embedding in Foundry. So if I were to sign in here, this is my Foundry project in here, right? Now, if I were to go into my agents that I have built, so I'll go for my running agent here. I built this agent in Foundry. So what it does, it indexes so that this plan that I was showing you, and I have fed in some BER data as well. If I were to go into the knowledge base, I look in here, look for the knowledge base. So this place is where I have connected my Fabric agent. So you see Fabric IQ one lake catalog and my files as well. So I have created two knowledge hubs in here. I have uploaded the plan in here and some other files as well for it to look at and index those. And I have just added a description of what each file is and why to be used and how to use them. And then this is second thing is this just connects directly to my Fabric agent here. Now, if I were to go back into the agent, so this is the agent. I have given it the role. I have told it so it has to act as a sustainability policy advisor. So let's start off with a very basic question here. And what I have asked it's like it only has to answer where it knows the answer. Otherwise, don't answer. So it won't answer, and it's so basically I'm trying to avoid all the hallucination in here. So what's the target for 2030 retrofits? So it will know it has only look in the knowledge base and only look in the document. It may not run the Fabric agent for me. So let's wait for the output in here. And the model which I went with was GPT 4.1 based on these evaluation criteria that I was looking through the models, like which is the most cost efficient, because I know like there's a lot of talk about nowadays about token maxing and trying to save on costs. So now, as you see, it gives me the data here. This is the number of retrofits that we have to complete by 2030 over 500k homes, as you see, and this is the our thing here. And it hasn't given me anything on the data side. Now I'll ask which EDs are having retrofits. Now I may not have defined it on the data side. Done faster than others and which are lagging. So it will try to and now sprawl our data agent on Fabric side as well, and let's see what it returns to us. But then you see, it doesn't only gives me the data from that document, it also gives me the strategic policy alignment based on the data that we have. I mean the document that we have. So it's kind of grounded in the documents that we have given it to them. Now, mind you, this would have taken a local authority or an ED to go look for the document and can get the data and get the deprivation indexes and all those. But in here, within few clicks, they can get all the data in a single place and they would know what to focus on. So let's wait for this here. See, it went into the data and it looked into the data and see which ED has how many retrofits they have done, how many like retrofits they've done over the past 3 years. And the ones which are lagging, it will go and tell me, look, NAD is a retrofit, they are lagging. And it's looking from the data. So that's why it gives me this data back evidence. And then it gives me the strategic policy alignment, like it is showing 100% retrofit, this thing, demonstrated a strong uptake. Whereas conversely, in multiple counties like this have not been crowdfunded. So now I know this is where I want to focus on. And these are the EDs that we should focus and have some targets of what our next steps are. Now, this is our the phase one of this project. The phase two could be that it can also start to give some policy advices as well based on the documents, the data it has. So that's my demo so far. Thank you for tuning in.